since it's been a week or so since I've done a video on VIX, and we've transitioned into a new month, I figured I'd come to you guys and give another short video update on my thoughts regarding VIX in the coming weeks. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing, share this with those who may be interested. Leave any thoughts in the comments section if you'd like for me to mark up any charts, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section and I will be happy to try my best to answer those questions. Uh, those of you that are not new to the channel, welcome back. I appreciate your continued viewership, but let's go ahead and talk about VIX. So, like I said, we've transitioned into a new month with VIX. We see that so far for the month of June, VIX has been bearish. However, that we're still at the beginning of the month, so anything can happen between now and the end of this month. But so far this month, the price has not been able to um, hold above last month's closing price, and it's still not falling below the 10-period moving average on the monthly chart. However, we still have this ascending channel going on. Notice that last month, for the month of May, the price rejected that upper trend line pretty decently and is now appearing to head down toward the bottom of that trend line, or the bottom of that pattern. So, maybe, if current sentiment continues, for this month, VIX could get as low as $20 maybe. But that's just a thought. It may or may not happen. VIX could bounce right back up toward this trend line, or it could kind of hang out here somewhere in the middle, but we'll see. But some numbers that I'd really be watching, especially if you're a bull, you don't want VIX to go above 26 and hold. Right now, I'm in a bullish position, a weekly, and of course, I don't want to see VIX go above 26 and hold above 26, especially for this week. Um, and really, I'd like to see VIX push below 25 and on down toward 24. That would be ideal. But again, I really have no control over, what VIX does. So, all I can do is, take calculated risks. But anyway, let's take a look at VIX's weekly chart to see, if we see anything there. So far this week, we've got a higher low, and last week's low was 24.33, and that's really where I'd like to see the price go back down to. But what we're seeing so far is the price kind of trying to break down out of this descending triangle pattern. But we could also have a bull flag going on, but it's too early to really confirm that right now. But for now, one of the main things that I'm really looking at is this pattern here. So what I want to see is, what would be ideal is if VIX moves below this trend line, like I said, and that's around 25, high 24s, and hold below there, and maybe even head down toward this lower trend line. So 24 would be ideal for me. Even if it was, maybe 24 and a half, that would be great. But we'll see. Either way, it's going to, make a move, I think, sometime this week, possibly. Um, or at least sometime this month, possibly. So, on a weekly time frame, that's the main thing that I'm watching for. And notice that VIX has been bearish for several weeks at this point, and you really can't expect VIX to have long, drawn out periods of bearishness. You really can't, especially since the overall trend over the past several months for VIX has been a gradual uptrend, and it's really been a healthy uptrend. So that's something to be concerned about if you are a bull, because VIX has really been holding this bullish trend. overall, even with the oscillating up and down of the price action. But yeah, so on a weekly chart, probably late June, early July, no, at the latest, we'd see a move, whether it be VIX above 27 again, or VIX below 24 or 25, somewhere in there. But we'll see. Time will tell. Like I said, like as you can see, it's kind of hanging out right at the lower trend line on the weekly chart. So we'll see how things go. Um, in order to invalidate this hypothesis, uh, VIX would have to be bullish at least for this week. Um, Plug up my computer. All right. So VIX would have to be bullish over the next couple of weeks, and kind of reverse course here, uh, reverse from the previous trend over the past 5 to in my opinion, and break above this trend line and hold, and that would completely invalidate my thoughts of VIX moving down below 25, 24, no later than early July. So let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart, you can kind of see the same thing going on that I just talked about on the weekly chart, where we have that descending triangle pattern. You got a series of lower highs here, and the price is just kind of holding at this low 25s area. So like I said, I'm a bull right now because I'm in a bullish position. I actually hedged my bullish position today with some SPY puts, so that took a little bit of the edge off, and that position actually fit my criteria for averaging down. So I grabbed another contract. I was around 45% in the red for that one. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm hoping that VIX will move down over the course of the week, so that my position may have a better probability of being profitable. But got some indecision happening here on VIX over the past few days. It's been kind of ranging between about 26 and 25. But again, watching this trend line. So I'm gonna just go ahead and see if I can set an alert here on this trend line. All right, so I want to be notified when or if VIX crosses below this trend line, so that maybe I'll have more conviction in my position, or maybe it bounces there and I know to kind of cut that position short. But averaging down at this point has kind of allowed me to reduce my losses because I caught it as the price was hitting a low for the day. Um, yeah, so those levels that I gave as far as the monthly and the weekly charts are concerned, so 26 and then the 25, 24 area, are still significant even this week. And so those would be some levels that I'd pay attention to. Notice that VIX is getting tighter as far as its range is concerned. So that's something that I would also would pay attention to for sure as we go throughout the week. Um, let's see. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart since I'm in such a uh, short position. So my position expires on Friday. So I'm pretty much in a it's in terms of time, it's a high risk position, but in terms of risk, like quantifying risk, is not really a very risky position. Very little premium outlay on this position, even with two contracts. It's let's see, it's about 10 points out of the money right now. So that's pretty risky, but given how Baba moves, that's not out of the realm of possibility. But the delta is around. It's pretty low. It's pretty low. So, very low percentage of this position being in the money at expiration, which I'm not expecting it to. I'm just, kind of looking for a move toward 104, 105 area before I cut it loose. But anyway, um, current sentiment on VIX continues as last month, or continues from last month. So maybe it moves down toward 24. And once it gets down to 24, I'd be looking for a move down toward 22, maybe even 20, somewhere in there, 20 to 22. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. My long-term perspective on VIX is still the same, but just wanted to talk more near term with you guys here for this specific video. So I appreciate you guys watching. And before I get out of here, make sure you go to chartsandpriceaction.com and check out my latest course offerings with By the Hood University. Price Action and Practical Psychology just dropped a few months ago. Great class. If you have any questions about any other offerings that I have, feel free to email me at lance at bhcapitalenterprises.com, or you can leave a message here or comment in the comment section. Or if you know me on social media, which my links are in the description box, you can private message me there. But I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.